I was going to shoot the gap, make a 3-wide pass right up through the middle. I thought, boy, I can make this. I can make it. All I got to do is gas it up hard and go through there. Until I realized I wasn't lapping 2 cars, but I was actually trying to go between a tree and a school bus.
Rolling, green, green, green. The rookie lap is green. All clear. Go get 'em. No rookie moves.
Welcome to the Rookie Lap. This weekend we took on the Monster Mile. How much of a monster was it? Well, I guess we're about to find out. I'm Connor, that's Frank, and that's Blind Al. And this is the Rookie Lap. Did y'all notice I didn't give y'all nicknames last week, by the way?
Yeah,
I noticed that. I went back, I was mad at myself.
We'll be all right. I guess first of all, let's hear about everybody's weekend. Austin, what did you do this weekend other than sweat to death?
Nothing much. Went out in the river yesterday.
Did you catch anything?
My brother caught a stingray.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
I caught a flip-flop. I about lost it. That's about it, though.
That was your big weekend?
I can't remember what I did Saturday. Anyway.
Y'all went to a birthday party Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to go all the way up to Dublin to go to a birthday
party. Watched a bunch
of
dirt racing on TV. How about, y'all see all the Bob Gardner showdown in Gravel and Larson?
Oh, yeah, I saw the deal with Gravel and Larson. Boy, Gravel wasn't a happy camper. Apparently, he pissed off a lot of people.
He got a bunch of boos the next night. Did you see the thing with the other dude, Bob Gardner?
I missed that.
He's the one that he got mad and under green, turned around and was going backwards towards the whole field. They threw the caution and he went across the infield and hit a dude and flipped him.
Well, that'll get you kicked out of a lot of racetracks.
Yeah. People were calling for a lifetime ban.
Well, I guess Rico got a win and Kyle got a win, and then another guy, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. He got the big win for $200,000 Saturday night.
Yeah.
Look, what I saw of it was some really good racing, though.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I got to drive one of those cars one time.
Did you?
Yes, sir.
It's fun.
Sprint car, oh, man. God. And I got to drive around a big, fast half-mile track.
Yeah.
It was. I know when the other guys were there with it. I forget how many miles an hour they were running. It was up there 150 or something. Yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun. Anyhow, that's way in the past.
Yeah.
So what'd you do this weekend, Connor?
I went grocery shopping. I think I did that. Now that I'm looking back on it, I didn't do much. I think I watched a movie. Yeah. I came over and watched the race yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's definitely an experience, and Sheila wouldn't let me leave till I had cookies.
Yeah, she's got some food up there. She's got some Zaxby's for you tonight.
Oh boy,
and for Austin as well if he wants to stay. But I think he said he's got spaghetti at home.
Well, I'll eat it. I'm getting fatter by the day, but that's okay.
You, Frank?
Well, yeah. My weekend was spent trying to dodge the heat pretty much like I was trying to do today. It's been terrible. But it got me to thinking about it. Austin, I don't know if you were there or not, but, God, I was probably around, I'm going to guess 2013, somewhere in there, 2014 maybe. It was hot like this outside. And we used to have our car loaded up on Friday. I owned a truck repair shop, and we'd bring the car on the trailer to the shop on Friday to get ready to go racing on Friday night. It was only about maybe 3 miles from the shop to the racetrack. So everything was ready to go, and we were sitting there. And the trailer I had at that time, it had a rack on the top of it where we could stand up there and watch the race. Mm-hmm. Well, Ray, my main guy that worked with me, he'd had enough of the heat, so he slipped off near the end of the day. I didn't know where he went. And finally, I came back outside and looked. Ray had put a swimming pool on top of the race car trailer and filled it full of water. And me and Ray were the most popular people to all the youngins there at the racetrack that night. Some of their moms and dads weren't real pleased with us, but there were some soaked kids running around the racetrack. And I ain't going to say I didn't fall in it myself a time or two as well. But were you there that night?
I remember it happening, but I don't remember if I was there or not.
Yeah, that was we were kid. We were their favorite people that night. And the funny part was it was just as hot. It stays hot here for 3 months anyhow. It was just as hot the next Friday when we went back, and they all come running down toward our trailer, and they left with their little heads hanging. They were sad. They didn't get to go swimming at the racetrack. But anyhow, that was fun. Something different.
Yeah.
I guess we need to get into the racing now. Where do you want to start?
You mean the Hendrick versus Gibbs showdown?
That's about all it was, wasn't it?
No, I think they had a Penske car up there at some point, right?
No.
He was just looking. He was seeing what they were doing up front.
I don't think Joey got up to 6th on the start, but outside of that, I don't think Penske ever cracked the top.
Blaney finished 8th.
Yeah, I don't think they got any further.
Yeah, that's because of one Hendricks car got knocked back, and one
Hendrick
Gibbs
car got wrecked by a Gibbs car.
Yeah, exactly. And if it hadn't been for that, I think they'd have been 1 through 8, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they were running 1 through 8 for a lot of the race.
That's something, man.
But it's not unheard of, especially here. Them two together have won the last 15 out of 20 Dover races, so it's just their track. They got it locked down, and so that's just what happens every time.
I guess right now that's what it's going to be, I'm sure, until somebody else can figure it out.
Yeah.
And I guess whatever they got going on, both the teams are keeping it real secret. They don't want nobody to know.
I think they said this was the first time that 2 teams swept the top 6, or the 4th time it's happened in the modern era. So impressive.
Yeah, they both had it going on.
Well, which one of them do y'all want to talk about?
Which team or race?
Which driver out of all of them? We got. They all need their mentions.
Well, before we do that, can I give my boy Butterbean a shout out?
Yeah.
Yes,
For winning the ARCA
absolutely.
race, and I saw a picture of him at the Waffle House with Miles sitting there. I just thought that was cool.
Yeah.
That's got to be something. Imagine sitting in Waffle House, you're eating your All-Star special, and Butterbean walks in with a big old Monster Mile trophy. Like, where'd you come from? Oh, I just ran around Dover a little bit, won a race, and, no big deal. Can I have 2 hash browns, please?
Still don't have the sponsorship, though.
No, that just doesn't make sense, but hey.
He needs one.
That's their business, not ours.
Yeah.
So who do you think was the best there at the Cup race?
I
I think it was Chase.
think it was.
Once he lost position, it was just couldn't get back to where he wanted to.
I think it was Chase on the shorter runs, but Larson. I think if he had had better track position for the day, Bowman was really good on towards the end.
Yeah, they both did show up later in the runs. That's for sure.
Denny and Bell were good on the longer runs too. So I think they were all real tight.
But the thing was, when Chase got out early, though, he got such a lead. It took him a while to catch back up.
Yeah,
after
that's
that.
kind of what I was watching at the end when he was stretching out that lead for the green flag stops. I was figuring, well, he's going to lose some, but then he ought to get reset here and be able to grow it some more and then not be too worried. And then rain happened and all that. But, yeah, have y'all heard the 9 fans' outrage? Because they're pretty mad.
I saw a little bit of it online. What was their biggest problem, other than their man didn't win again?
They're wanting Alan Gustafson's head for calling him for 2 tires instead of staying out for track position.
I did see some of that, yeah. And hey, I've never been a big Gustafson fan myself either. I think he makes some pretty bad calls along the way. To be on such a premier team like that, maybe they could do a little better in that department. But, I mean, if him and Chase get along and that's what they want, that's what they're going to have.
Yeah.
I just honestly, I don't think he's the best man for the job.
Well, on the radio they were talking, and Chase says, I don't know about pitting. I kind of think we ought to just stay out or whatever. And Alan says, I agree. And so, all right. And then a minute later, Chase is like, well, but if we do pit, and then Allison's like, or not Allison, Alan is like, come on. And so they pit and never was able to regain control of the race. And Denny showed him that it could have went the other way. At least Alan said he wants that call back, so he owned up to it. But that was honestly probably one of the best races Chase has ever ran in his career. He led 238 laps, which is more than he's led at any track except Martinsville.
And you got a stage win, too.
First stage win of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked good even when he wasn't in the lead, at least he was running a good, strong race. I mean, which all of his teammates were too. So you're better at that point, I guess, when everybody else on your team is up near the front.
Yeah.
Helping out up there.
But he got the points lead from Byron now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might make up. If he can hold it, that'll make up for a bunch of wins that he don't have.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's him. How about Bell?
You know,
First slide.
he's a good driver, but to do that twice,
Yeah, that's.
I mean, come on.
I don't want to hear nobody talking about Larson's thing at Darlington no more because they were all, he spun out the same
That's
place.
what I'm wanting. These are probably two of the best guys on the track. I'd probably say Larson and Bell were probably two of the top 5 best drivers on the track. They both know how to spin a lot. Who's worse about it at this point? Because Larson's had his own bunch, but dang, they can drive, but they overstep it a little too often.
And Bell was really, really tight on the other cars both times he spun. I think he put himself in a bad position. It wasn't the other car doing it to him both times.
Yeah. I don't know. I know for the second one, Denny said that he thinks Bell spun trying to stay off of him. He was trying to race him clean as a teammate, and he took himself out instead of hitting Denny. And they might have been a little closer because, according to a bunch of the drivers, there was basically a river running down the straightaway after the track was supposedly dry. So a lot of them, like Denny, were pushing down as far to the bottom of the track so they could get away from all the water.
Yeah.
So he might have squeezed him a little more, but that first spin, I have no clue.
Hey, if you're going to run hard, you're going to have issues like that.
Yeah.
At least he was getting after it.
Bowman,
He was there. I mean,
he picked up about 13 spots too.
Yeah.
he had a pretty good race.
This is his best track, which I guess when you're running Jimmy Johnson's old car,
Yeah, you better.
yeah.
What's Jimmy have? 10 wins there, I think?
11, I think.
11? Yeah, it's a bunch.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, he was as good there as Shane's ever been on a road course. He had him covered for a long time.
Yeah. But Bowman's, he's running a good stretch right now. Got him, he's done went from being right there close to that bubble, now he's plus 63. So his life's gotten a lot easier, but he's finished top 11 in 5 of the last 6 races. So.
But still no win. It's the same thing,
No.
you know, with him and Gibbs. Both those guys need a win. They're in cars they should be winning in.
Yeah. Well, how about Gibbs?
Same thing. Good race, did all the right stuff, just did not get a win again.
But does the win coming?
It's hard to say.
I would have thought before. Well, I've said it before. I would have thought before, but
He's running the last 3 races are 5th, 7th, and 2nd. His first 3 top 10s in a row since the beginning of 2024.
I will say that each week looks better for him to get a win. Like, I get more confident every week saying, I think he could win today, instead of just being like, it's a long shot pick as Ty Gibbs like he used to be, where he would run, 20th or better maybe. And so I think that it might be coming. Might not be this season, but it is coming within the next year or two, I think. Next year, I think.
It better be in the next year.
Or else he ain't going to have a reason to be sitting in that ride he's in.
Yeah. Briscoe, back-to-back second-place finishes.
He drove hard.
And he didn't have a second-place car, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
That was about a 5th to 6th place
and
car.
that's what he said. He was a 5th to 10th place car after the race, but he did have new tires on at the end, and still let Denny beat him.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the other new tires didn't even. Isn't he the only one with new tires that even got up there? I think the other ones didn't crack the top 6.
Yeah, but I mean, when they first fired, when they all went stupid on the first restart there, he got several positions in. I mean, he hooked and jumped. But yeah, you're right. None of the other guys really made a whole lot of moves towards the front. that did get tires.
At least he's
Yeah.
consistent, though. He started second and he finished second. So, at least he's consistent. He was comfortable where he started, I reckon. He didn't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, it's better than the 13 poles he got and then finishing 20th or whatever he was
And,
doing.
yeah.
and the other side of that, I guess the same thing you were talking about with Bella, that was his teammate. So how hard is he going to push, and is he going to take a chance, that he might have done something a little different had it been Elliott or Larson or
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the other guys up there. You might would have rubbed him a little bit
I
more.
think everybody knows that he cut Denny a little bit of a break.
Yeah. I
Um,
agree with that.
Larson, we mentioned him. 25th to
Well, that-
4th. right?
Let's let Connor have that one. That's his guy. Go ahead.
Well, see, the past couple of weeks, past several weeks, all I've heard is Larson's washed
Weeks,
up.
months.
Whatever. I don't remember when the Indy 500 was. It's been a rough
2 months ago.
2 months. 2 month, gosh. But all I've heard is Larson's kind of washed up. He's slowing down. Indy hurt him. And did you see him move through the pack this week like I did? Because I did. On them long runs, he looked so good running up through there. And that's not me. I mean, that is me talking as a fan, but that's me just also talking about knowing what good racing is. And he wasn't the only one to do it, not at all. But for anybody that said he's just washed up now after Indy and all that, well, this race I think proved otherwise. Now, yeah, it was a Hendrick dominant track, so I mean,
But I think
take your shot.
excuse me, you got another good track coming up for him next week too, right?
Yeah, his
But
comeback,
there's-
his redemption at Indy.
We say the good tracks are coming up, but all the tracks we've been to, he's ran good at in the past years. What track is not a good track for Larson before?
No.
Every week is a good track, good track. That's because he's always had a good track anywhere you go. But no, I agree. He ran real good this week in his first top 5 in 6 races. But
He didn't get wrecked this week too. That's another big thing. I thought he did. He gave me a heart attack when Bell spun around. I thought he ran into him. I went, oh, come on. I saw him got around. I went, yeah, because I need those fantasy points.
it's improvement. I want to see it a few more weeks before I think they're back on the right track, because they were on a long downward spiral. I think they're coming out of it, but I need a couple more weeks before I buy into it.
Yeah, they just got to get a cup program going, because like I say, he did win one of the $100,000 race this weekend. That wasn't chump
Yeah.
change in the
Yeah,
sprint car.
Thursday.
Yeah. So I mean, he's still getting it done.
And that was his first dirt one in a while too.
No,
I think.
I've seen some other ones recently too. I've followed him a little bit. He's had some other ones fairly recently.
Well, either way, it looks like he's coming back to life. Maybe.
But with this isn't his year anyhow.
Why not?
Aren't they doing the championship at Homestead next year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's when he's supposed to win. Everybody on the internet saying they're giving it to Denny to get rid of him. I've read a bunch of that. They want Denny to get his championship and get going.
Well, he said if he hits 60 this year, he might just stick around and go for 70 for a few more years. I think.
But could you imagine?
Piss off some more fans, huh?
Could you imagine if he wins, say, one more race before the end of the season, and then he wins the championship race? That would make it 60 and a championship win. I would just call it at that point. I'd say, you know what, that's a heck of a way to end on. I've reached 2 goals.
There's
Same
very-
No,
race.
he said if he wins the Brickyard, it's the only crown jewel he don't have next week. He'll just retire.
Well,
There's very few of them that'll take the opportunity to retire when they're on top, though. It's hard to do, and hopefully he does.
I do think he's got several years left in him, though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, he's already, what, how old is Denny now?
Like 44, 45.
Yeah, I mean, that's, for a NASCAR driver, for any athlete at all, to be in your mid-40s is impressive.
he's
to still be
doing
getting
well.
wins and do like you
I
were
can't-
when you're younger.
Name any other person that's gotten to that age in the last 20 years that's ran this good.
Not recently, but you used to have some guys that did. Harry Gant's one that comes
Yeah.
to mind. There were several back then that heck, I think they could have raced till they were 65 or 70 and still done real well. You know, Dick Trickle didn't come into the series till he was
48.
48. And had he been in a little better ride, he'd have probably been a top driver, which he didn't do bad sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's just impressive because it's not seen much these days.
No, they want somebody young. That's, get that 20-year-old and throw him in there, and let's get us 10 years out of him and move on.
Yeah, and as close as these cars are these days, back then you at least had car advantage for some guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's running a lot of them straight up, and I don't think he's winning a lot of these on speed. It's his experience. Yesterday he said he had the motor tires, but he was trying to do a different kind of restart every time. One restart he'd be in first gear, one he'd do second, and so that he just tried to keep them on their toes, and it worked.
Yeah.
I will say I was halfway expecting through the race that, with all the stuff he's been going through with NASCAR, that they were up there in the tower somewhere with like a button on it that says Denny Blow Engine or something on there. I expected to see smoke coming from that car at any second, but he got it all the way up to the front, and Denny is slowly making a fan out of me.
Yeah,
So.
I like him more and more every week.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard probably less booze this week. Every time he's done something good here recently or won a race recently, you hear just a little less booze, I think, than you've been
I
hearing.
think it depends on the track. He also that's his first win with his baby. They had to be nice.
Oh, okay.
He said they almost named the baby Miles, actually. So.
Really?
Yeah, that was the second name on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we talked about him doing good. Bubba ran good. His first top 10 in the last 6 races. They needed it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's his first top 20 in the last 5, so he's now plus 16 over Priest.
Yeah, he was just kind of quiet all day and hung around there where the not Hendricks and Gibbs cars could run. And I think that's about what he got.
Yeah. It's improvement, though, because he was listed on the avoid picks going into the weekend.
Yeah.
They were saying to stay away from him. But, who else? We had, like we said, Bell. He spun.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get that together, just to add on to that. They got to get him together because they've only had 2 top 5s in the last 7 races. They're throwing away a lot right now, too. But anyway.
Can we talk about, are you done with your Bell thing? I don't want to.
Yeah, I was going.
I was just going to ask if we could talk about RCR for a minute, just in general, the team. 'Cause
they had one car that ran good. Part of the race.
What did you see? The comment?
from Childress?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I wanted to talk about it, because of what he said on the.
Well, what? Tell
Who
me
was
what
it?
he
Kyle,
say?
Kyle's radio. He was
After
on.
it was both. He got on Austin and Kyle's radio after the Checkers and said, "We have to get cars. We are in trouble."
Yeah.
Period.
And people have been making fun of him all over X.
Huh. Well, I'm glad he can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, dude, you own the race team. Shouldn't you have known that by now? And you got a driver in there that's not doing much for you. I mean, Austin Dillon went
Yeah,
from...
that's a tough one, though. Yeah, how do you improve a team like that that's that far behind now?
You bring in new blood like Roush did with Brad.
Yeah.
I think that would do a lot for them. But at least he seems upset about it, and maybe this will motivate some engineers in the team or him to spend a little bit more money. I don't know, but at least he said he's seen his drivers run good and the teams work hard, but they got to find something more. So I think Kyle needs a crew chief change, and people have called for it, and
So who would you put in there, Rodney?
that'd be a good one to try. But I don't know that Rodney is one of the best crew chiefs NASCAR's ever had. Great guy. But I don't know that he figured out this car. So I don't know that it should be him either. But I'd put him over Randall.
Yeah.
But either way, they just need to change something. They've been running the same thing for 3 years as far as that combination. So mix it up. But yeah.
I hate it for Kyle, but no, don't really care honestly about.
Yeah.
Austin, but I mean, he never did perform. So at least, you know, we know what Kyle's got in him or had in him. Hopefully
Yeah.
he's still got it.
Well, where I was going with bell spinning, took out Byron, like we said. So he comes out with another 30 whatever, and he's only got 2 top 10s in the last 7 races. This is weird because, like we said, they normally have their slump, but I don't think this one's really been a slump. It's just they keep getting caught up when they're running up front. And I really think they've had more speed than Larson has. It's just stuff keeps happening.
Yeah, no, they've been fast. That's
Yeah.
that. What happened shouldn't have happened. That was all.
Got
I
a
think
phone going
that's
on.
mine. It'll be all right. That's just work.
Well,
You know, after it rained and everybody does the same thing they kind of do when, hey, I can make up a few spots now. It cost him and it cost a few other people too.
yeah, it's just he had I think Chase has made up 112 points on him in the last 5 or 6 races, and Reddick's made up over 100 too. A lot of people made up a bunch of points while him and Larson have been struggling, and Denny, and yeah. Well, how about AJ? I want to give him a shout out because he just keeps getting screwed over and over and over. He had that car running top 10. I don't know if y'all caught it.
Yeah, I did. We made a point when we were watching it. Wow, how did he get there?
I'm not surprised. He's run top 10 several times at these ovals this year. Right there around 9th or 10th. I think he did it at Homestead and maybe Vegas. And the team's just not holding up their end for him. He's getting blown motors and brake issues. And I mean,
Yeah.
last week was his fault, but it's just... I know he's getting frustrated, and I don't blame him because he's doing way more than that car should probably be getting out of it, and the team keeps failing him. And then,
Yeah, unfortunately though, I just don't see him getting a better ride this late in his career. I just don't think there's a spot for him anywhere else. So he's gonna have to do as best he can there, I believe, is what it's boiled down to.
yeah. And how about Shane? He started up front. I was really curious to see what he could do with good track position, and starts with a flat tire, so
Yeah.
never even got to see that one go anywhere.
No, what happened up at the beginning wasn't his fault, but they got another tire on it, and he never had any speed after that if you watch the charts.
Well, I couldn't never tell because he was always laps down.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I never saw. I was looking at his speed comparing to some of the front runners and some of his teammates. I didn't never see anything that was that impressive.
yeah.
Once
Well,
again, he's got a ways to go. But yeah, that is a totally different track, a
Yeah.
cement track. It's
one of the hardest tracks, I think.
yeah. I mean, if you, I know you can't see the track, but if you could, if they show the camera just right, you see them. It's like they drop off of a hill. And it's
Yeah, I
just
think it's
boom.
like a 20-foot drop.
Yeah, you see them guys. It looks like their butt sucks the seat up, and it's like their neck gets shorter and then relaxes. Yeah, it's a way different track than anything else they run.
Yeah. Did y'all see Joey and Ross get into it? I haven't heard anybody talk about
I
it.
think Joey got him a little payback.
Yeah, me too. But is that enough payback for Ross taking him out 2 or 3 times? I figured he'd do a little more than just move him out the way. Do you think there's more?
I guess it's up to him, but
Yeah.
he don't poke the bear too much.
No.
I think maybe go up to him and ask him, "Are we even now, or do we need to keep playing this
I-
game?"
Joey's not one that'll hold back either, so Ross can be just as careful there.
Yeah,
And apparently Ross was door slamming Stenhouse at the end of stage 2, I believe, and his team was telling him, "Don't mess with him, leave him alone." So
yeah. So that's a bear you don't want to poke.
No.
He might lose his mind.
yeah,
Good.
but Joey made his 600th start this weekend, and only 35 years old. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him hit at 800, maybe 900. And that's not something you see much anymore either. But no, I thought I think Ross was trying to help him out a little bit more than just there, because Joey got a speeding penalty and then went a lap down, and who just nicely hit the wall and got him a lucky dog.
Yeah, I saw some of that on the internet. I don't think Ross likes him that well.
No, me neither.
I tell him that, though. I say, hey, I got your lap back, buddy. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because people were saying that, Ross just went down there and shut the car off so he could get it and make sure there was a caution. But, that's a bunch of crap.
Yeah. Well, Hocevar.
Did he race?
I think he tried to.
Okay, I never really saw nothing out of him. I saw him on the track a few times. I said, is he ever going to
Well,
do
because of the
anything?
metric, he started around the 30s, and he was following Blaney through there a little while, and he was running about 18th or so at one point. And then they stayed out long when everybody else pitted, which cost a lot of ground.
Yeah, I do remember that. That scene, we were discussing that during the race that we thought maybe that was a mistake.
Yeah, and then when they pit, they got a penalty, which did not help, and then Carson decided to go ahead and hit the wall and had to park it in the garage. So I think it's a bigger issue with this team because we've talked about them having speed so much this year in last 3 weeks, 35th, 32nd, 35th. And so they're just so bad at executing. And he said it himself. He mentioned it on, was it Junior's interview? I don't remember, but he said they've had so many weeks where they'll run good at the beginning of the race and finish 30th. And at some point you need to start finishing good, and even if you start bad, kind of flip that around.
Yeah, well, I guess you can liken this to maybe a few other drivers. Bubba was one that comes to mind. He'd tear out like he was going to town real quick when he first got started in a lot of races, and then wind up way in the back because he would overdrive or do things that didn't make sense. And I think there's still time for Hocevar just to get settled down, find his pace, and he's got speed. He knows how to drive fast, but he's got to understand that you can't win on lap 14 or lap 55. You win at the end of the race.
Yeah.
Position yourself for that.
Yeah.
You don't have to pass 6 cars every lap to win.
Did y'all hear the update between him and Barry from last week at Sonoma?
No.
I saw a little bit on it. He wants to squash it and be done with it, and I don't know what Barry's position is on that.
No, you got that backwards. Barry said that he was just trying too hard and he really hated it for those guys. And he said if Carson gives him payback, that he started it, so that's just racing. It's up to Carson. And he reached out to Carson and Carson's crew chief throughout the week trying to talk to him. And Hocevar, after all these months of wrecking so many people and talking about calling them and apologizing, would not pick up the phone. He said it doesn't change anything and that he thinks it's just a pony show. So
we saw different things on that, but what I saw might have been AI too, because you see a whole bunch of stupid crap on the
things I
internet.
saw were interviews with him. So
Okay.
yeah, how do y'all feel about that? Because I think that's
we need
kinda
some good
rich.
rivalries. Let's just start.
Yeah.
Get a few of them going.
I don't think that's a rivalry though. That's just stupidity. How are you gonna expect people to forgive you and you get to call everybody, but they try to call you to apologize and you say it's a pony show and it doesn't change anything, and you straight up just ignore them?
Young and dumb.
That I had started gaining respect for him, but that lost a good bit of it again. So, and I heard some other people talking about when they got to interview him for Sirius or something that he was kind of rude to him, and so I don't know. I hit or miss with him again.
I haven't seen any of his other interviews. I'll have to go back and try to watch them and see.
Yeah.
Decide whether I want to be a fan or not.
Yeah. Well, that's all the people and things I got mentioned, written down. Y'all got any other notes?
No,
You
I
wanna
think that
cover
pretty
here?
much covers it for me.
No, I say the only other thing I really had on the race was that just everybody, just like normal, got crazy after they came back after the rain delay and said, hey, I'm going to get that 1 or 2 or 3 or 8 more spots, and made some real stupid moves.
Yeah.
And it wound up costing a lot of good cars finishes. But when your cars are all aero dependent and you race all day, just like when Denny was back there trying to pass Ty Dillon and couldn't do it, even though he'd almost lapped him.
Yeah, I don't.
You
It
gotta
was a
take
problem, but Ty was on fresher tires, and Denny said that set was actually a bad set. He didn't even feel like he had fresh tires, so I don't know. My bigger issue was Chase trying to lap Suarez for forever and ever, but I think we can cover a little bit of this in our yellow tape tape, so we'll
Yep.
save it.
All right, save it then.
Xfinity, Zillish.
They got rain.
He didn't need rain.
Yeah.
No,
He had
no,
them.
he didn't.
He had that race.
That 19 would come on the longer run, so I think if it would have stayed out, he might have had bigger issues, but he could have definitely still won it. But dang, just
That boy's got it going on right now.
3 firsts, 3 seconds, a fourth, and had an off week and got him a fifth in the last 8 races.
And this crap about you're hearing all this about they put Larson in his car and he got it better for him. That's a biggest bunch of crap. No two drivers drive the same. You can't put somebody. Might put somebody in somebody's car and tell them what's wrong with it, but there wasn't nothing wrong with the car. He just had to figure some things out about his driving style. I mean, he was new to this type racing.
Yeah, it's like everybody was saying, he was just like another Shane, a road course guy. And
He's proved that's wrong. So there's another guy on their team, though, that really needs to pick up the pace.
Quaffle?
Yeah, that'd be Quaffle. I just don't understand that. The first year, I think he was doing better, but it's just like now he's a mid-packer.
Yeah, I think his debut in Xfinity was here at Dover last year, and I'm pretty sure he ran second.
Yeah.
And then 2 hosts, Zillish. And then, earlier this year, I mean, remember he was running Zillish pretty hard to win at Coda for that road course.
Yeah, we
win.
saw a lot of good things out of him at the beginning of the year, but it's just like he fell off a cliff and decided he wanted to be a mid-packer, and he's on the wrong team to be doing that.
Yeah.
Because they're shining Allgaier. He hadn't had as good a runs recently that he has in the past earlier this year, but he's still up front.
Yeah, he came
near
through
the
the
front.
field from the back and got somewhere around the top 5. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly where he finished. But yeah, I wonder what's going on there. But dang it, Chevy, they've won 12 in a row now in Xfinity.
Yeah.
It's a record, and they've won 18 out of the 20 races this year.
And there's some really, really good Toyotas out there too. So
Yeah.
that's kind of surprising. As far as the Fords, and not so much. I don't think they got enough people out there to make it worthwhile. But
No, not really.
there are some good Toyotas out there that you would have expected to have more wins along the way.
Yeah. Well, for them, they got only 6 races left. Jeb's still holding on. He's +7 on the bubble. Harrison's -7.
Yeah.
And we got Sieg. Give him a shout out. Because he was tied on the bubble and had all them off weeks and was -50. And he went ahead and cut it right back down to 30. So
Yeah, I'd just like to see him make it. He
Yeah.
seems to be a real good guy, and a smaller team, works real hard, real passionate about his racing, and I'd just like to see him make it in. I think he would be good for it if he could make it through a couple of rounds, or at least make the show. Make the playoffs.
yeah.
I've
He just-
always liked him as a person. Anytime they interview him or whatever, and seemed like a real clean racer,
Yeah.
real hard racer, but real clean.
He just needs a car that's as fast as Xfinity Mobile 10G, right?
Oh, come on now, you didn't say that.
What?
That's
Do a plug?
I understand that's their sponsor, but come on,
Well, I got some.
that's like Ty Gibbs and Austin Dillon all used to be. You see whatever their sponsor was, Red Bull or Monster or Coca-Cola. They'd look at their drink before they do an interview, and they'd hold it up to the camera and like, "Hi, I'm Ty. Come on, guys," and just kind of, be a little bit covert about it. Don't.
You heard Shane when he won a few weeks ago, didn't you?
What's that?
I think it was at the street course in Xfinity. He said, my PR person, they're telling me they want me to say my car was as fast as Xfinity 10G, so I didn't. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah.
No, but somebody actually keeps track of it. You want to guess how many times it's been said on TV since 2021?
Too many.
A lot.
No, I don't know. How many? 8,000?
975.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, and that's good for them. They sponsor it. I'm glad they do. It takes money to run the car, so they need a little propping up. But at some point, it gets a little redundant.
I think we should make that a standard in our society. Like at work when they say, "How'd you get that light down so fast?" I say, "Well, it's all thanks to my handy dandy Cobalt side cutters here that do really good for me." And then, of course, I got my Cobalt headlamp on. They work really good.
Yeah, but we're not getting money for that.
Well,
They might give me money. I don't know.
Well, by God, if we're doing that, I'm going with Milwaukee. I think I'm going to start. Hey, I like this Milwaukee.
They said the rate's going up more and more every year. They've already passed the 2024 record. The top 3 Sayers are Allgaier, Hill, Mayer. John Hunter Nemechek has the season record, and Connor Zilisch is trying to beat him. So
Yeah.
you're going to hear it a few more times. Anyway, that's it for Xfinity.
Yeah, I think let's move on past the Xfinity. If they mess around, they're going to wind up with a rookie with a championship.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the yellow tape takes. Some good or bad opinions over the weekend.
Yeah.
Connor, start us off.
Well, I got one. I got a question about this thing before I make my take on it because I'm still not quite sure what it is. That first caution they had, what was that about? What they called a presenter's caution?
No, the
promoter.
competition caution.
It's a competition.
What
What happens
is
is
that
if
for?
they don't get a chance to practice on the racetrack, they give them the opportunity to come in and check their tires and make sure that
Yeah,
they're
'cause
not
it's
burning
the
them
first
up
time they've hit
because
the
they haven't
track
been
all
on the
weekend.
track. I mean, you'd hate for them to go out
Right.
there and then 30 laps or how many ever they ran and they just blistered them. So they got an idea of what to do for adjusting the car. They just haven't had an opportunity to get the car right. So, and that is, I think, a good thing to do.
I think
Yeah.
it is too, but I mean, you still have some races out there that are still that you don't practice for, right? They don't practice for super speedways at all, right? I mean, so why?
No, they all know what the car.
I know what they know, but still, like
you
you
put
need
your
to
foot on the
you
floor
need
and
to
you go around
practice
the
for every
racetrack.
race in case something's going.
I agree.
I think
They
they need
should-
to. So
yeah.
why are you making this any different? That's the only thing. And you already spend enough laps under caution already when you throw one. I mean, it's like what? Which that's another thing too. They spent.
Yeah, I just
A
don't.
long
I don't have
time
a
under
problem with
caution.
that. So somebody don't go out there and blow a tire out on the right front and
Mhm.
slam the wall and get hurt.
Yeah.
But I agree. They need to practice and they need to have more laps ran at every track like they used to. But
Yeah, I think more practice is good because it gives fans more time to see people on the track when they're there, and it gives them time to work on the cars, but there's not much.
and
to
let's
work
be
on.
honest, like SVG, he was one of them that was complaining the other day. He can't
Yeah.
learn nothing in the car till the race. He don't have enough time to get out there and learn the car and what it's going to do.
Yeah, but I mean,
everything's so abbreviated with that now that it's all about saving money. Man, this is the big boy. This is the big time. Spend a few bucks on making the race better.
they
making
run
the
more
cars better.
practice for the Indy 500 that one race than they do for NASCAR all year put together. So
Yeah.
that's they changed that, but
They won't, and I guess we'll move on from that.
I want y'all's opinion on NASCAR choosing to dry the track for there was 14 laps ago. They went green with 8, but y'all agree or y'all think they should have just called it?
I think you need to get all the laps in.
Yeah.
If you can, I think you need to get them all in. I don't like the way it changed the outcome of the race, but I mean, that's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with it. I think this was one time where they finally were able to do something, because you know if they would have called it, the fans would have flipped out.
Yeah, do you want to pay the money to sit up there and then they go, oh, well, we're done now. It
Yeah.
rained, we're done. We can get the track back, but we're not going to.
But I actually saw some people complaining that they didn't just call it. So I'm like, jeez.
Oh, I'm sure, and their driver was in a certain position probably that would have been better. So
Yeah.
it's usually got to depend on where your driver's at as to how you wanted the outcome.
Yeah. All right, what's one of your takes, Frank?
Just the biggest thing that I've had is, I think I've said it a couple times already, this race showed, along with a lot of the other ones, that if they could just make the cars just a little bit less aero dependent, I think you would have better racing.
Mm-hmm.
We all practice isn't going to fix the aero dependent thing. The only way they're going to do that is to change something with the car a little bit, where that maybe you can get beside somebody and race them, or you can make a move on them without it, or them being able to block the air on you.
Yeah, because even with them fresh tires, if you went in behind somebody, you just slid up the track and lost all your ground.
They know how to shut the air off to you. Everybody knows how to do it now because it's getting done to them, and they can see what's happening. Hey, if I move this way or that way, I can move the air in front of them and slow them down. So.
Well, that leads into perfectly to one of mine with the blocking, aero blocking. Somebody asked Kyle Busch this weekend if what he thought they should do about these rear cameras that all the drivers have now. And because we know they're all using those cameras to block. So Kyle says that you can do a camera or a spotter, because they're not just going to let them get rid of them. So he says either you can choose, if you want a camera, you don't get a spotter, and if you want a spotter, you don't get a camera. What do you think?
I know that in the past we have raced at tracks before where we had mirrors and we had radios.
Yeah.
Because of the same scenario where people were telling people to block or do this or that or helping them in the car, they wound up taking both of them out. And it did definitely change the outcome and the way the race went. It made a difference. I like the ideas of having the mirrors, whatever. The only time I ever used my mirror when I was racing is if somebody was there was a wreck in front of me or something, so I could look in the mirror to see if. Other than that, I never used it. But I just wanted to make sure somebody wasn't going to run into me.
Yeah.
With the radios, you didn't have to worry about that quite as much. And like I say, I've always liked having radios when I had a driver or when I was driving, because they can just help you see some of the things behind you more that you can't see. As far as what's in front of you, you ought to have that. You ought to be in control of that, because you're looking out the window and nobody should have to tell you, do this or do that.
Yeah.
It is nice to know if a caution happens ahead of you, that is somebody about to slam me in the back end or anything going to happen back there.
So do you like that
I
idea?
know, I agree with him totally. Get rid of the mirrors, get rid of cameras. You got a spotter. And maybe not at a road course where the spotter can't talk to them so well, but at the ones where the spotters can see decent, that's all they need.
Yeah, and I think that would fix a lot of the blocking issues, because
Yeah, it's hard to block somebody when you can't see them.
yeah.
And the spotters would be up there fighting on their stands up there if they were standing beside somebody. Block so and so, block so and so.
Yeah. All right. Y'all got another one?
No, that was pretty much my only one.
I thought you had another one, Frank.
The only other thing I had was just about the two different teams being dominant
Oh, okay.
at the track.
How about some people were pretty mad. How do y'all feel, good or bad, on Denny running the fastest lap of the race on about 80 lap old tires? It was the last lap of the race.
I didn't know that, to be honest.
I
Yeah.
didn't either.
Well, now you do.
I didn't check who ran. I didn't at the very end of the race. I didn't
I
check.
think
to
he
see.
ran the fastest 2 laps, but his fastest lap was on the last lap of the race when he hadn't pitted in like 80 laps. And people were saying that that's ridiculous.
You would want some tire fall off, but I think also he was up on the wheel, which tells you he wasn't running as hard as he could have some of the other time.
Well, I think the tire could fall off some more, but I don't know that this is an exact example of the tire fall off, because the tires had an hour to cool down, and then the track had gotten rained out, so all the rubber was clean. It was a clean, green, gripped up track.
Yeah, that's true.
So that might have had something to do with it too. But still, I think they need to keep looking for a little bit more fall off. I don't think they hit the limit there, but it's hard to do when they made that tire for just over and did no testing. So that was the first time that tire had ever hit that track. All right, well, that's all I think we're good on the yellow tape takes. Let's get into the rookie move of the weekend.
Yeah.
That one was easy for me.
Looks easy for me too.
Who is it?
I'd have to say Bell, man. You don't
Yeah.
spin out twice on your own.
Like that.
Yeah.
Rookie move for sure.
I got Bell with a honorable mention to Hocevar because he just hit the wall for no reason. But
Yeah, but I think Bill. I mean,
yeah,
How do you
you spin out twice like that.
Yeah, how are you one of the best, the premier drivers? And I understand the
3
car
wins in a row this season.
Yeah, that's right. He does have 3 wins in a row, but he's got 2 spins.
Yeah,
but
I
you
know.
know, since that third win, he hasn't led more than 5 laps in a race.
Yeah, I noticed that. You just don't see him up front ever, really. I mean,
Oh, he's there.
Yeah, the car's fast at times. Yeah, but he's not out hanging around out front like he was.
Well, anyway, I think we gave him enough trouble. Let's do the crew cut nominees. Any bad crew calls, crew members?
I got
Anybody
one.
besides Alan Gustafson?
I got one, and it's still a Chase Elliott one, and that's his jack man on his car,
Yeah.
dropping his car before the wheel even goes on the front,
Yeah.
or on both sides. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah, they screwed up. 15-second stop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't have anybody else to give it to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm nominating AJ again because, again, they've had brake issues and just keep screwing AJ over.
Yeah.
And I'm giving one to Randall Burnett with Kyle Busch because he don't seem to know how to make calls to get that car better. They just went the wrong direction, and I blame it on him. So, yeah. All right.
Yeah, if you could have seen his in-car camera, you would understand. Yeah, they're not making the car better
Yeah.
when you're having to whip. And maybe he just likes jerking the steering wheel back and forth, but I really don't think so.
I mean, it's not that anybody else had much of a better guess because nobody got to practice, but they were talking. The radio guys are saying they talked to Randall about it, and he's like, "Yeah, we really just don't know. Just my head hurts. I'm taking the best guess I got here, but I just really don't know." And really?
Yeah, that's what you want to hear out of your crew chief.
Yeah. Anyway, youngster of the day.
Well,
I got to go with the ties.
Yep, me
yeah.
too. Gibbs and Dillon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who to give it to over the other one, but
I think for the performance-wise, you're going to have to give it to Gibbs. But just
Yeah.
for what has happened,
Yeah.
hold on. I got to get my shirt.
Oh, he's getting the shirt.
Had to make me
Custom
a shirt for him
made.
this week.
Custom made.
I think they're going to put a picture of this online later, but we have our official tie shirt.
yeah.
Killed the 11, killed the 6, killed the 48.
That's
killed the
unalived.
42.
You can't say unalived.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't like those words.
How about a crew cut on all them? The $1 million, all they got's one more to unalive.
Now, are you
Yeah.
gonna wear that next week during the?
If he wins,
good.
he's on
Okay.
2, and I'm wearing this next
This
week.
ain't T Dillon no more. It's T Million, I think.
T-million, there you go.
Oh.
Well, I like it.
Yeah. But I
Right.
mean, even people can say he got lucky, and he did. But the dude's taken this college car and gotten 4 top 20s in a row. They've been running very solid for that team.
Look here, we always had a saying when we were racing. A lot of people said it. I'd rather be lucky than good some days.
Yeah.
And been lucky or not, he beat him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
And how crazy is it that now we have tie versus tie, but not just that. We've got grandson v. grandson. You've got a Childress grandson versus a Gibbs grandson. That's quite the
we gotta
coinkydink.
make our predictions later.
Yeah.
So we'll
I
save
can't
them.
go. Okay, we'll do that later.
All right. Vet of the day. I got a bunch of people to throw in for this.
There was a bunch of them that had solid days, but I think one stood out to me.
Who you got?
The old man,
Denny?
Denny. Yeah, I mean, come on, he got the job done. He beat somebody that supposedly had better tires. Maybe,
And he didn't have the best car either.
No,
really.
he was complaining through the day some about his car, but just like you said, he ran his best laps at the end of the race. He got up on the wheel and did what had to be done to win the race.
Yeah.
And he didn't do it dirty. He did. He might have pinched somebody a little bit here and there, but I didn't see nobody beating fenders. So I think he earned it. As far as I'm concerned, I think he did it. I mean,
Connor?
Well, I got Denny, but I also got to throw my boy in there. I
I
got
was
to
gonna
throw
say it
Larson
for
in
you.
there just because. Well, he made his way up the pack from 25th, avoided few wrecks. I mean, he just overall had a really good race, especially after several weeks of not having good races. So I got to give it to him.
Months.
Well, if you break down months, they turn into weeks. So technically, I'm gonna.
I agree. I give one to Larson, but I also, and Denny, but like we said, Blaney wasn't far behind him, and he started 31st, so he came through. And Bubba, we said he had a first good run in a long time, so those are my other
I'm looking
throw-ins.
there. I didn't realize. Yeah, Bubba did finish seventh. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a bad finish. That's better than I thought.
Yeah, I think that's one of his worst tracks normally, so.
And Brad got a top 10 again.
Yeah, RFK got snuck 2 of them in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Priest finally had an off week. We ain't seen that much recently.
Oh, and Priest won a race the other night.
The 9.
Oh, did-
That big
what's that?
900. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
Did you see the end of it? It was a pretty good race. Yeah. Him and Biffle. It was at Stafford Speedway, I think.
Yeah.
They went at it pretty hard there. Them boys were racing in them Crown Vics now, not just there, but they showed a bunch of different segments of the race, and they were putting it on.
He's got to win one of these because, the team apparently has a slushy machine in the hauler making lemonade, but they said when they get a win, they're going to start doing margaritas.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Play some Margaritaville in there. You'll know.
Yeah. All right. Green, white, checkered takes. Final takes on the race. On the weekend. On any.
I think all I can say is I like Dover. Let's go back in 26.
All right. Well, here, agree or disagree, I say NASCAR should only visit a track once per year. And I guess grandfather in Daytona and maybe Talladega. But outside of that, I think all these other tracks, they should start going to once a year because you see, we went to Dover once and we used to go twice. Pocono's lost one of theirs. Michigan's lost one of theirs. And I think it's given way better crowds and way more interest at these tracks.
Are there enough tracks left to be able to do that are still in good shape?
Well,
And they got the money to make it happen.
yeah.
If there ain't.
They
But
could bring some tracks back, like
Yeah.
Kansas, add Rockingham to the Cup.
well, Kansas is.
Or not Kansas. Sorry, what was I thinking of? There was a Kentucky. No. What am I
Yeah,
thinking
Kentucky.
of? Yeah, Kentucky. That's it. That's
Chicagoland.
Chicagoland.
Chicagoland. I saw a video the other day showing it's still there, and it didn't
Yeah.
look bad.
Yeah, and
So, man, there's
I
several
heard
tracks.
Junior's always wanted to bring back that old one in Tennessee, the fairgrounds.
Oh, the fairground.
Yeah, so there's definitely room.
Yeah. It's either that or make the season shorter. I mean, if you just cut them down to one per, if you
No,
want to keep the track.
no. The season needs to
I
stay.
brought that up the other week.
I mean, they could race like Wednesday night and Sunday.
People have talked about
Yes.
wanting to run a midweek race, but people won't watch them enough. So,
Yeah.
because,
No, not unless it's a special race like they did at Bristol for a while. That was
yeah.
the big dirt race there.
But do y'all agree with the one? Because Texas, they lost their date, and now they're having huge crowds that one weekend. And Dover apparently is like the second
All right.
They're
Do you want
selling
to
us
give
some
up?
nitrite.
You want to give up another one at Atlanta, somewhere you get to go pretty
Wait,
regularly?
hang on. Let's not get too irrational.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Atlanta. Like I said, I think the only one that deserves 2 is Daytona. I guess you gotta. There's a few. What the Talladegas, Bristol.
I could take another
Martinsville.
Charlotte race. I could take 2 Charlottes or 2 Michigans or something.
No,
Those
we're
are
not
good.
adding. We're taking.
I didn't know we were strictly
we're saying
taking.
which tracks just have to have 2. You can't cut.
I didn't know like if we were gonna swap some out for other ones. That's what I was saying.
No,
'Cause
I
we're
want
keeping the length
every-
of the season.
These
I have
4.
never thought about that, Austin. I don't know. I'll have to give that a little more thought.
I think you could cut.
We could
Kansas.
throw in another Rockingham. Anyway.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Yeah,
but,
so
you
get
know,
rid of
and they
some.
tried some stuff at Rockingham, and they never just could get the crowds there.
Yeah.
If it's possible that this might make that happen, that'd be great.
I think you could cut the Vegas one. We don't need to go to Vegas twice.
Yeah. So, whatever. That's.
Something interesting. I never
Yeah,
thought,
I
never
was
really thought about
curious.
it, but I don't know which way I'd be on that. I'd have to sit down and do some studying and
I like my
see where
Atlanta
else they
night
could
race now.
possibly be.
Well, then get rid of the day race. Anyway.
I'm fine with that. Get rid of
Yeah.
the day race. Give me the night race. That's fine.
Oh, I love night races.
I love that.
Saturday
I want
night
more
races,
night
love it.
races in general. They've gotten rid of
Yeah.
a bunch of them. We need more
Oh,
of
heck,
those.
yeah.
I think there's only like 4 now.
Yeah. Night races.
Richmond, Bristol, Daytona, and like Nashville, I think.
Charlotte's kind of a night race, right? But
Yeah.
that
It goes
starts- that
into the
starts-
night. It's kind of
yeah.
like the Atlanta race. It goes into night.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking, Saturday nights.
Yeah.
There's some Sunday night races too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. All right. Track back. Let's do some of the past week's news.
Chicago's out.
Yeah.
Street race Chicago.
Well, not out. It's on pause, they say. It might come back.
No, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it's out. I want to go without.
It's
Let-
out for now.
Let's
No,
move it.
I
Let's be
wouldn't mind
done with
coming
it.
back in
Come
a
on,
few
man.
years.
They
It
got
was-
a lot of other cities.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't mean next year or the year after, but like 3, 5, 7 years down the road, I wouldn't mind coming back to Chicago. But
Maybe 2049 or something.
yeah,
Okay.
but it looks like
No, I just I
We're
want to see
putting
them
them
try
on-
to other places.
pause and most likely getting announced to San Diego here. They're talking about maybe running on the Navy base island around there.
Oh, that actually would.
And also big talks at Chicagoland. We just said it might be returning next year in place of maybe losing Mexico or something.
I'm not upset.
NASCAR said that the interest and popularity in bringing Chicagoland is increasing over time, so
Yeah.
it looks like we might get that back.
Yeah, and to your point earlier about just doing one track, if not, maybe bump new tracks here and there in through the year. Don't run the same ones over and over and over.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. Give you a new look at different tracks.
If it gets rid of a road course, that's.
Yeah.
I'm fine
Well,
with that.
yeah, and we've discussed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a few too many of those.
Well, we got another one sadder a little bit, but Rex White, NASCAR legend and Hall of Famer, died this week at 95 years old.
Yeah.
1960 champion. Finished almost half of his races in the top 5. But did you hear what he said about that?
No, I didn't. What did he have to say?
He said he has this habit of eating every day.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, he said he had a habit of eating every day, and so he figured he might want to save it and run good and get a good finish because he
Yeah.
needed money to eat.
That's right. I did read that. That was pretty interesting. He also had 28 wins, and like you said, he was in the 2015 Hall of Fame.
One of NASCAR's original guys, so rest in peace. More news. Update from last week. 2311 and Front Row are now running as open cars. So there's 6 more charters up, and NASCAR is looking to sell those as soon as they can, I think. They say they have interest, so that's that.
Yeah.
Another lawsuit. I don't think many people have heard about this one. Legacy Motor Club has one going with Rick Ware Racing over a charter that's being sold to them, but like we said, TJ Putcher bought Rick Ware And so now they've sued him for interference of contract. So that's started.
Let's just race.
So much legal stuff.
Yeah, let's just race.
Xfinity, Our Motorsports is shutting down. They run the 5-team. Anthony Alfredo ran for them a bunch of years. They brought in Chris Wright, which I don't know that y'all kept track, but that man was a weapon on the racetrack. He was the one that ran wide open down Daytona's pit road and blamed it on his spotter.
Yeah.
He wrecked about every other week.
Yeah, I remember some conversations we had about him just running over things that there were no reason to run over.
Yeah, so he actually didn't. They're shutting down immediately. The Dover was their last race, but they took him out already. Kaz Gralla ran. I think that was just a lesson for the team owners that sometimes money is not always the best thing, because I think they picked him up over Anthony for money, and it ran them out of business because of how much he wrecked.
Yeah.
But there's them. How about Bristol? So what do y'all think? They're talking about putting a roof over Bristol.
I can imagine the noise.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
That would hurt. That vibration would be insane.
You don't need no stinking roof over a racetrack.
Maybe they do it like the football fields, like open and close, maybe. Like
What's that word? Like an anomaly? I don't know. I think it would be cool for the uniqueness, but yeah, it'd be weird. And they
which they do run the Chili Bowl inside, so
yeah.
I guess it's doable. I don't know. Doesn't appeal to me.
Well, Connor, what baseball teams are playing there? The Braves.
The Braves and the
Reds.
the White Sox. I think I can't.
Somebody. Either way, the baseball.
What are you asking? Who's the Braves going to lose to there?
Yeah.
Be quiet. They have. I can't defend them much.
They've really not done well this year.
They're playing the Reds. That's
yeah,
right.
they're going to wear some kind of NASCAR-inspired uniforms for their game there,
Sweet.
so that'll be cool.
Okay, that'll be cool.
This coming weekend, we got Larson was supposed to be in the TV booth calling the Xfinity race. I guess he wasn't interested because he's instead going to run the 17 car and race. So.
Which would you rather do? Race. Yeah.
If they gave me the option, I'd
race. Between the two, I'm racing.
Yeah. And how about some cooler news, Frank? I don't know if you've heard, you probably have, but Butterbean Queen getting him a truck start. He's going to run the Spire 07 truck at IRP this weekend.
Yep, I have heard that.
Sweet.
That's real cool.
I'm becoming
excited.
a fan of his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope for real good things out of him. Seems like a real nice young man. He's a little old to be starting anymore in racing. He's almost getting close to 30, I think.
Yeah.
27, 28, 29,
he's like
something like
28.
that. Yeah, that's way too old to get started, but hey, I wish him well.
Yeah.
He seems like a great guy, just good old boy.
Yeah.
And like we said, we got are we calling this the tiebreaker coming up this weekend?
The tiebreaker.
Ty Dillon versus Ty Gibbs for $1 million. Last week, me and Frank got both matchups right, and Connor got them both wrong.
Which I wanted the Ty Dillon one to be wrong, so I did that one on purpose. I count that as a win.
Well, anyway, they going for the big money millions, so who y'all got?
Give me Gibbs. I want Dillon to win, but I'm going to take Gibbs.
I don't want to wish no ill on no race car driver ever. It's a bad thing, and I'm not wishing ill on Ty Gibbs, but I hope when he gets to the racetrack, they lose his car, and they can't find it till they're about 50 laps in.
Trackhouse lost Ross's last year, I think.
I mean, and he can still have a good race from lap 50 on, but just be out of the running. You know who I want. I don't think he's going to do it, but I got to pull for Dillon. It's just say this, huh?
You gonna take?
Yeah, I'm taking him. I got no choice, man.
All right, me too.
Think about it. What has he done? I mean, there's been more crap talked about this. Look at what he did. Look at who he beat. Nemechek, he's all right, but everybody else he beat has some clout.
Yeah, Denny was saying, look at how easy his road could have been
Oh, yeah,
to
I
the
saw
million, but it wasn't an easy road exactly. He had some heavy hitters in there.
Yeah.
So
Anyhow, yeah, let's hope that happens. I just want to see him. Who needs it more? You get down to the end of the race and they're side by side. Who do you think's taking the other one out?
I think it'd be Ty Dillon. I meant T Million.
T Million, that's right.
Well, that's about all the news. Except everybody's complaining and mad now, and NASCAR announced the Cookie Monster is gonna crank them up Sunday.
I love the Cookie Monster. What's everybody upset about? I love it.
They're saying it's too important of a race and it can't be a gimmick.
Oh.
Well, Indy does have its prestige. I guess that's what.
Are you saying the Cookie Monster is not worth that prestige? He's a very sophisticated.
Yeah, I don't
being.
care. He didn't affect in the race. It's entertaining.
Yeah, and isn't that what the sport's about? Entertainment.
Who would you rather have, Oscar the Grouch in his smelly trash can? Come on, show some respect.
Mentioning the prestige, though, I didn't think about it, but does it feel as big anymore? I don't think it does.
What's that?
No.
Any of them, Brickyard, Daytona 500, they feel like they're losing it.
I think Charlotte still seems big.
Yeah,
I
that
think
one
that's
seems
made
big
a
for some
deal.
reason, but
But I think that's because it's on, race car
Memorial Day.
Christmas,
Yeah.
Memorial Day. They do it the same day.
the
as-
others seem like they're just losing their prestige.
You might
No.
be right.
I have no idea why or how to get it back, but
Maybe
Yeah.
it's because Daytona's that super speedway race. It's just not a very exciting watch at the end of the day. Maybe that's why people just don't make a big deal out of it.
I mean, people around the world used to care about it, though.
Oh,
They
yeah.
didn't know any different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just something else to think about. I know I said we didn't have a game, but we're gonna do one because I got one together.
Okay.
Oh, happy, joy, joy.
Yeah. All right. So we had Logano, like we said, youngest guy to hit 600 starts. I want y'all to guess the next 9, 2 through 10.
That's got 600 starts.
The youngest to
Oh, the youngest.
when they hit 600.
I have
Petty was
no
one
idea.
of them, right? He just knocked
Which
out
one?
Petty. Richard.
Yeah, he
He
was
was,
the next youngest.
yeah. So does that mean Kyle Petty was on that list too? Because you asked me which
I
one.
don't know. Do you think he is or not?
I think he is. He raced a lot. Well, I don't know. He didn't race that many
Don't,
races.
when you say petty, you gotta specify.
Kyle Petty.
He's on there.
Oh, was he? That's,
Mikey Waltrip.
He's next oldest to Kyle Petty. They're 7 and 8th. Y'all got Joey and Richard Petty, so that's 4 of them.
So how many more are there?
We're gonna do the 10.
Okay.
let's see. Young.
Maybe Ricky Rudd.
You got him. He's 9th.
Dale Senior.
Nope.
What? No, I didn't think he'd be on there, but I had to
Dale
give it a shot.
Jr.?
Nope.
No, Dale didn't. Junior
didn't
didn't run that
race.
many races.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just think about guys that made a bunch of raced a lot. Y'all,
They didn't have to be good drivers. They just had to be out there.
there were some good drivers that ran a lot more than y'all ain't said.
Trying to think.
I'm trying to think who hit that many races. I guess
Jimmy
maybe
Johnson?
No.
he didn't. How about Darrell
He didn't run
Waltrip?
six?
Nope.
He wasn't in it.
Kelly Yarborough. I love Kelly Yarborough.
Nope.
He run. Did Rusty Wallace want to run
Nope.
that?
Come on, y'all got easy ones here. I know I got a list, but these are big names.
I thought I was naming Bobby Allison.
No,
I wasn't watching them on their birthday to see how old they were.
Bill Elliott.
it don't matter. No.
Come on, I'm just naming drivers now.
I'm trying to think
All
who
right.
was a younger driver that had a lot of.
Well, who
that
came
stuff.
in the 2000s super young, winning and wrecking a lot and not winning?
2000s.
I mean, you got Harvick that came in back then.
Mid 2000s.
Huh?
Mid 2000s.
What? Kyle Busch hadn't reached
Yes.
600 yet, has?
Yes.
Oh, he's on that list?
He hit 600
he's-
4 years ago.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, he's definitely.
And who started with him? Y'all remember?
Casey Kane didn't run 600 races. So he didn't start with
The
him.
dude that won.
Denny?
Denny. And then nobody said Jeff Gordon.
I didn't even think about it. I forgot Jeff Gordon.
Kurt Busch and Ryan Newman.
Okay.
Oh,
I didn't realize Ryan Newman had that many races.
No, I didn't.
He was around a long time. I know that.
Yeah, I knew he was around a while, but then some of his later years he was hit and miss on when he was racing. But
Yeah. All right, well, let's do some quick picks for the Brickyard. I guess I'll go first. I don't think I went first the last few weeks. I'm going with Blaney. I'm going to trust in Larson and Byron.
You go, Frank.
you want me to go?
I'm
All
going
right,
like
well,
first.
I've got Blaney and Larson as well, but I think Denny's on a roll.
Well, I got Joey Logano because Google said he runs good here, so I couldn't think of anything. And then I got Denny. I think he may go back to back. He might be on that streak. And then for my third, I've got the man, the myth, the legend, going for his redemption at Indianapolis, Kyle Larson. Number
Yeah.
5.
He's on all our radar, so he
We
better
can
do
only
well.
hope.
I hope every week. It's been hurting me. But
All right, Frank, you got a story, don't you?
Oh, we're going to do this again. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we
guess
got-
this is going to be the last one. It might be a little longer than the other ones have been, but
let me get my pillow and everything.
you got
Bedtime
y'all all
story.
set up. All right. So let's see. Where did we leave off?
First,
We-
is you got to do the disclaimer again.
Oh, the disclaimer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do this at home.
Don't do this at home.
This
I
is
never
not-
did it, but I'm going to act like I did.
Yeah.
It's just a story. Part of it's true, part of it's not. The parts that
Entertainment.
are true. It's all for entertainment. Yeah,
Just
we
like
try.
racing.
We're trying to entertain you people, and I found this entertaining. So whether you do or not, at least I'm going to laugh at myself.
All right.
Anyhow, where we were at last, I decided that I'd probably had enough of trying to be an asphalt NASCAR racer, and
Yeah,
it
you're
was
going-
time to become a dirt track racer.
Jonathan Davenport,
Huh?
Superman.
Scott Bloomquist, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I'm an old guy. We're gonna go with Bloomquist or some of them. Anyhow, all right. So it was time to become a dirt track racer. I hung a quick right from the asphalt into the dirt. I was thinking maybe the other cars would be committed to wanting to be an asphalt racers, but guess what? I was wrong.
Follow the leader.
Yeah, apparently these guys had done some dirt track racing. They had some experience dirt track racing because they come right in there. They were doing good. Well, at least I still had the lead. You got to think now. I've done led a complete asphalt race from beginning to end. That's the way I'm looking at it anyhow.
Yeah.
I'm leading my first dirt track race
You got
right off the bat. Man, I must be good.
Yeah, you holding off Larson and
Yeah, Earnhart couldn't keep up with me, man. That night nobody could keep
Bobby
up with me in my head.
Pierce.
Yeah, oh boy, I was something special. Anyhow, like I said, I thought I'd really won that first race. Maybe we didn't run all the laps, and maybe it wasn't a full race. Anyhow, I'm gonna still say that I won. It wasn't rained out, or it just got shortened somehow. Anyhow, I won that race. I'm gonna stick with that. I won that race.
yeah, we'll give
My
it to
one
you.
and only asphalt race, I won and never got past the whole race. So I'm taking that as a win.
Butterbean sweet, checker to checker.
Heck yeah. The man, the myth, the legend. Not so. Anyhow, all right, let's get back to the dirt track. Anyhow, I started the race up front, like I say, and I was doing okay. Everything was going pretty good until for some reason the racetrack turned into a trailer park. Yeah. I mean,
Infield.
so the only thing I could figure is maybe I missed one of the corners coming off of 4, something slid off the track, and with my sponsor helping me out, I wasn't paying attention like I was
Yeah,
supposed to.
they need better
We were on the
signage.
radio, yes, there was something went on. Anyhow, I must have slid off the track and slid into a trailer park. So I'm going to say I won that race, too. It was over. It was over for me, anyhow. Well, the rest of the cars, I guess that they were just playing follow the leader, so they did the same thing and followed me real close, I might add, into the trailer park. It was bumper to bumper racing at that point. Anyhow, the trailer park kind of took me back to my road racing days, from earlier that night. So with all the experience I had on there, heck, I was still doing good. Still had the lead until
Oh,
I saw this opportunity to make a 3-wide pass. Yeah.
who was you passing?
Well, I was going to shoot the gap, make a 3-wide pass right up through the middle. I thought, boy, I can make this. I can make it. All I got to do is gas it up hard and go through there. Until I realized I wasn't lapping 2 cars, but I was actually trying to go between a tree and a school bus. You know what don't move? A tree or a school bus.
Really?
The gap wasn't quite big enough, so I kind of shot in there, and that was it. I was stuck. Okay.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, they didn't clear a path for me. NASCAR didn't give them the move over sign. None of that. I came to an abrupt stop. I can only assume a couple of things. Either one, my competition was upset about getting outrun by a rookie, and they came up and decided they wanted to extricate me through the window. It was either that, or they were worried about maybe I had got hurt, and they were just trying to get me out to get me to the infield care center.
Oh.
I know it wasn't the latter because I didn't go to the infield care center.
Where'd you go?
Well, it was kind of, I'm going to call it, the big trailer that they take you to when you screw up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to call it that, okay?
To the hauler?
To the hauler, yeah. I got to go to the hauler. It wasn't really a
You
hauler.
went into timeout.
Yeah, I got in timeout for a few hours there. It was a big trailer with some, they give you a
Bars
little, and they don't take you in a buggy. They take you in a car. They give you a nice air conditioned ride there and all that. So, yeah, I did get a nice ride there.
Any free meals?
I didn't stay there long enough, as I recall, to get a free meal.
Oh, no.
I was
that's rude.
fortunate enough to get out the next morning. It was a long ordeal in there. We had a few discussions, and that went on. And anyhow, the final end of the whole story was that at the end of the day, once you go to the big trailer, you know what happens. You're going to wind up with, we won't call it points being deducted. We'll just call it penalties and fines.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the penalties were whatever. They are what they are. But the fines, what happened with the fines is they were so exorbitant, kind of like you were talking about the race team earlier. They were so exorbitant.
Our Motorsport.
Yeah, they just kind of put me out of business as a NASCAR racer.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
They shouldn't have done that.
So that was the end of that adventure.
I think you ought to tell him like Rusty Wallace said. He said they called him to the hauler, and they thought he had wrecked Dale Jarrett, I think. And they said, we're going to rewatch this footage, and if you wrecked him, you're out of NASCAR for life. So they rewatched it, and he didn't touch him. And Bill France said, well,
It wasn't very nice what he said.
he said, what do you have to say for yourself? And Rusty said, you owe me an apology.
Yeah.
And he said, get out of here.
It wasn't quite that nice what I heard. You also know Rusty did get fined one time, and he brought him a bag of pennies.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And it was big. I'm talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. He had them coming there, yeah. If I know it was coins. I'm pretty sure it was pennies.
Yeah, I think it was pennies.
Yeah, he showed them.
But yeah, you should have told him they owe you an apology. That just ain't nice. But
I probably told him a lot of stuff. I was arguing for my sponsor or with my.
You might have had
influenced by my sponsor to plead my case.
No.
Let's say you took a hard hit to the head.
Here's the real question. While you were talking about your sponsor, did you have, it propped up in your hand where they could see the sponsor label and everything, while you were talking about it?
That's a new thing. That we didn't do that back in the day.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Back in the day,
I didn't-
we were men. Well, I was a kid then, but
Well, you might have pioneered it. I don't know. Might have been
could have started a trend, huh?
Yeah, you could have done something, started something Richard
No,
Petty didn't.
The only trend I started was learning a big lesson.
How about a school bus and a tree?
Yeah, about school buses and trees don't move, and how fast a person can come through a windshield, or not a windshield, but a driver's door window.
Okay.
Window, yeah.
That was I think there were about 15 of the guys helping me out. There was a bunch of them there. Boy, they were glad to help too.
So, good sports. Good on
Yeah,
them. Good on them.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well,
So that's the end of that story.
yeah. That's been this week's.
I think, you know what? Wait a minute. I think we need to get your dad on here to tell his
Oh,
story about his
gosh.
adventure at Oglethorpe Speedway
Oh,
one
yeah.
night when he
No.
decided to have an adventure with the police and drag them around the racetrack
Yeah,
on his race
a
car.
fictional story.
A fictional
never
story
happened.
about that
Never
never
happened.
happened. That's
Yeah.
right. Maybe we need to talk to him and see if he wants to do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been this week's edition of the Rookie Lap. Make sure y'all leave your opinions, please, on anything that you watch us on, and hit the follow, subscribe button, and we'll see y'all after the Brickyard. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Coming to the Checkers, and there. Good job. You only pissed off 87 other drivers, 912 fans, and set the sport back another 53 years. Just pay the $20,000 fine, and we'll try it again next week.